Napalitano, Fox News senior judicial analyst, joins me now. Judge, good to see you as always.
Good morning.
So what does this tell us? The fact that they have immunized him, what stage of the game are they at with this investigation?
It tells us a couple of things. Only a federal judge can grant immunity, and a federal judge will only grant immunity if the Justice Department lawyers, prosecutors, not FBI agents, ask for it. And they will only ask for it if they have a grand jury that's hearing testimony. So that recommendation we were waiting for from the FBI doesn't come in one piece of paper. It comes in a series of communications. So we know the following. The FBI and the Justice Department are working in tandem. A grand jury is already sitting and will soon hear or has been hearing testimony. They want the testimony of this young man, Brian Pagliano, to testify. He would not have been given immunity because the process for immunity is long, slow, tortuous, and requires the approvals of many people along a chain of command. Unless the Justice Department was satisfied that out of his mouth would come evidence sufficient to indict someone. We don't know who, but someone. Now, what exactly could he tell? Well, he was present at the creation of a conspiracy to keep from the United States government the communications of the Secretary of State. So if, for example, and Catherine Herridge and Pam Brown report on this on FoxNews.com this morning, he diverted Mrs. Clinton's secure email information and data to her insecure server. And if, in order to do that, she gave him her password so that he could get access from it, to move it from the secure State Department server to her insecure server.
But what if it was set up on this email server to begin with?
He's the one who moved it, according to the FBI, to Mrs. Clinton's server. If she assisted him in that move, either by words that she spoke or by actions she took, like giving him her password in order to do it, her legal woes are magnified because now you have misconduct in office, obstruction of justice, and espionage.
So, I mean, they're going for intentionally placing classified information in a vulnerable situation.
So,
correct?
Mr. Pagliano, did you talk to Secretary of State Clinton about it? Yes, I did. What did she tell you, and what did you tell her? And he'll tell this to the grand jury. He's the only person from her inner circle, as far as we know, who's going before a grand jury and will testify under oath. If he misrepresents under oath, he could be prosecuted for perjury.
Right. We don't know at this point who they are building a case to indict along the chain of command between Hillary Clinton and Avedon and Cheryl Mills and Brian Pagliano.
Right. The standard operating procedure for the Justice Department is to start at the bottom. Ordinarily, they would indict somebody like Brian Pagliano at the bottom, and then before sentencing him, trade with him a lesser sentence for his testimony. They've decided not to do that. They've decided to make him their guy. So if there is a trial, they're going to vouch for his credibility. He is the person that's going to explain to the grand jury how the whole process of diverting state secrets from the State Department email server to the Clinton server in Chappaqua came about, who was behind it and who knew about it.
So clearly, he's not, we're beyond the point where he is saying, I have no idea. I'm just the guy who was, can you please do this today? So I did it today. I went over and set it up. I have no idea why.
Before immunity is granted, he and his lawyers will sit in a room with Justice Department prosecutors, and they'll use a crazy system which has the silly colloquialism of queen for a day. He gets to say whatever he wants, whatever he thinks the government wants to hear. The government agrees that that information will never leave that room unless and until he gets immunity. If the government likes what he says, then they go and get immunity for him. They apparently liked what he said because they believe it will help them indict someone.
All right, we got to go. Timetable?
Very soon, like May, I think.
In terms of an indictment?
In terms of somebody getting indicted.
All right, Judge, thank you.